Hot take.
Hey everybody, Denver Riggleman here, and I have to say I don't usually do hot takes from my vehicle. And again, welcome to Coalition the Sane, hashtag COTS. And I like to do these hot takes when I see something that bothers me or I need to address facts-based types of data, or somebody's just simply lying, or pointing out inconsistencies in individuals and what they say, talking about voting rights, talking about anything of that nature. But today's a little special because I just got finished watching Matt Gaetz on an interview. I think I was scrolling through X or scrolling through Threads, I don't remember. But it looked odd. It almost looked like he was a Crisco covered butterball, or somebody had left Morrissey in the rain. Or he was Eddie Munster, addicted to plastic surgery and other types of peculiarities. And I started to think about Kristi Noem and Kimberly Guilfoyle and, gosh, Lara Trump and the pictures you see coming out of Mar-A-Largo. And I just wonder if maybe looking a bit like an alien gray is your only ticket into Mar-A-Lago and belly crawling to President Trump with your new shiny face. And I wonder why people do this. And as you go through the pictures that come out of Mar-A-Lago, whether it's on Christmas Eve or it's Thanksgiving or some kind of party or some kind of pool party, which I almost have to wonder, is this where we're at? Where almost disfiguring yourself is a way to get into the MAGA/Trump cult. Now, the other thing too, when you're talking about these type of plastic surgeries or whatever they do, as you can see, and as you can tell from me, I've never had plastic surgery. Now, I know that's hard to imagine. I know it's very hard to accept based on how great I look that I have never had any type of plastic surgery. But let's be honest. I mean, I look old and grizzled. Guys, I'm 54 years old. I've never really, colored my hair too much, never really got too much plastic surgery or a Botox. And as you can see, I'm pretty comfortable with having a face for radio. But as we go forward, I have to wonder if the way that they look is influencing their policies. So when you hear about Kristi Noem and her awful tour that she's been on, when she talked about killing cricket, but also doubled down and saying that we should also kill Joe Biden's dog Commander, and when she's yelling at people, pretty much poor Stuart Varney on Fox Business, got excoriated because he would dare ask a question on something that she wrote in her book. I wonder maybe if these type of surgeries are what's influencing the type of crazy behavior you see across the spectrum. And if you look at their younger day pictures and you look at the evolution of their pictures, I have to wonder, is there something inside that's died that wants them to do this to their bodies or their face or whatever? Because I thought they looked pretty good before, and I think they look better before these types of surgery. Now, I want to promise everybody here something, and I hope you're ready for this. I will never have plastic surgery. Now, I have to make a confession, and I hope everybody's ready for this. At 13 years old, in 1983, I did have surgery on my face, on my head, because my ears stuck straight out underneath my football helmet. They would bleed when I took my football helmet off. So at 13, had my ears pinned back against my head and stapled. And I wore a turban for about 6 weeks to keep my ears from, popping off, I guess. That is, so I have had some kind of surgery so that I didn't look like Dumbo the elephant and I could actually jump off a building and glide to the ground. But again, when you're seeing Kristi Noem, when you're seeing Guilfoyle, when you're seeing all these individuals and what they're doing to themselves, I wonder if that's indicative of how they think, that somehow that outer appearance makes up for the lack of any type of internal integrity. And that's what I'm seeing, is that imbalance. And I think that when people do that to themselves for a specific individual like Trump, to look more like his daughters or to look more like the people that are Mar-A-Lago doing these parties, I wonder if we've crossed the Rubicon when we have the plastic generation of politicians rather than the policy-based politicians that all of us want. When you talk about the lies that come out of their mouths, it's hard for me not to see who they are. And when you see all the rumors of affairs or the validation of affairs, or the fact that Mar-A-Lago looks more like a big twister party rather than a place where serious business is done. And if you look at Kristi Noem specifically, and I think people have been commenting on that, I don't like to comment on people's appearance. I think that's sort of low. But when you see the same appearance from everybody, whether it's good or bad, you have to wonder if maybe there's some kind of peer pressure to have these type of surgeries or to look different or not to look like themselves or to just to please one man. Think about that. And as we're going through this and you're going through the coalition to say, and you're looking at the pro-reality army, I want to ask everybody a question. I want you to really consider it. Would you change your appearance for a man in order to secure power? Would you as a man change your appearance for a man in order to secure power? Do you believe that looking sexy and slim is your way to power, regardless if you're ugly or not? Because the one thing that's really hard to fix is ugly. And I think what I really want to say here and why I did this hot take in the vehicle is that pretty is only skin deep, but ugly is all the way to the bone. So let's talk policies and what you've seen this week. You have Donald Trump in trial. You have Kristi Noem defending just unbelievable comments in her book. You still have Kimberly Guilfoyle doing some kind of odd dance at a Republican get-together where it looked like a bad stripper audition from The Wire. And you have people like Laura Trump out there talking about the RNC and how it really is just an arm for Trump. And you have Matt Gaetz out there saying that nobody's ever accused him of any wrongdoing, even though he was under investigation. So not only are you balancing these lies, these straight up falsehoods, but you have individuals that are doing things to their body in order to look a certain way based on the person that they're trying to please, based on the offices that they're trying to hold, and the fact that it's completely immoral based on what they're preaching as far as Christian principles and things like that and what they've actually done. So everybody, listen, you can't judge people by outward appearance, because if you did, you would think that I would actually model chainsaws. But if I were to go to Mar-A-Largo, I would thin out my face, get some plastic surgery, fix these bags under my eyes from working all the time, probably get a little bit of liposuction, even though, I'm a bit of a power lifter, for years. I don't look awful, but I'm certainly no sexual Tyrannosaurus Rex, as Jesse Ventura said in Predator.
This stuff will make you a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus, just like me.
But I think we're to a time right now that we need to look inside and look at people who actually care about this country more than the outwards appearance of somebody who believes that plastic surgery is their key to getting entrance into the political kingdom of the United States of America. Is they need to make the king happy, and the king in this case is the former president, Donald Trump. So everybody, there you go. I'd rather have somebody who's true and good on the inside than plastic and greased on the outside. Thanks, and I hope you guys have a great day. Let's get to work. Let's not stop.